Hello and welcome to KTV News. I'm Jack Richardson.
And I'm Sassari Bluet. On Tuesday, 25th of October, Kent Union presented Black History Month celebration. Here are some of the highlights.
So, short version, liberal education is supposed to produce a critically minded citizen. But there's also such a thing as a modern liberal education. His is a paternalistic method of cultivating knowledge. He's concerned with what people were calling at the time the improvement of the lower classes. For these unfortunate classes, only through the transmission of culture can what Arnold calls the raw person cease to follow the rule by which he fashions himself and draw ever nearer to a sense of what is indeed beautiful, graceful and becoming. So here is this most beguiling and paternalistic distinction between high and low culture. It's exactly the distinction that Robbins works with when he justifies mass higher education in terms of cultivating those from lower classes. For Blyden, this is a transgression of what he calls the laws of growth for the African race. What are these laws? Well, they're not biological. They're actually what comes under the tradition of natural law. That is, using your reason to excavate the clues and cues left in nature by God that let us know how to live ethically. But nature is not the same everywhere. It's contextual, says Blyden. So it operates by specific laws in every locale, including Liberia. There might be broad similarities, but not all of what works in one place will be appropriate for another place. Settlers are the only those. They tell indigenous peoples who they are, primitive, and settlers know the worth of indigenous knowledge systems, pretty but stupid. Now, indigenous can never be knowers in and of themselves, and they're certainly not allowed to tell the settlers who they are. To be clear, epistemic injustice as a fundament of settler colonialism, even when the settlers are black. Because the black indigenous are racialised as primitive, while settlers racialise themselves as civilised, the raw and the cooked. I'm suggesting instead that an effective resistance to the neoliberal transformation of university in defence of liberal education compels a first-order confrontation with epistemic injustice and racialised logics of competency and belonging. We have the sources to build on. Would we be compromising British values or even academic rigour if we learnt some lessons from a 19th century Liberian Pan-Africanist? Thank you.
Looks like an interesting lecture.
Indeed.
And that certainly wasn't the only news regarding Kent Union and Black History Month this week.
Why did it take so long to take the offending content down?
On Monday afternoon, there were no comments about it, no one said anything. By Tuesday morning, the number of comments in that post were absolutely growing, and as the day went on, it became really clear to us. We'd made the wrong choice for that picture, and we took it down.
When I found out, Tuesday afternoon at 3:30 p.m, I went to the Kent Union. I was boiling, right? Walked into the office, spoke to two people. Not once did they take responsibility.
We didn't vote you in because we wanted you to learn on the job. We voted you in because we thought you knew what you were doing.
You should point yourselves out, make a public apology, and be honest, and you should have yourself removed.
Will anyone be resigning?
We need to continue forward. Resigning will set us back.
The union was most likely following the NUS's guidance. Is it time to reconsider our relationship with such a potentially inept and out-of-touch organisation?
Kent Union is currently a member of NUS, the National Union of Students. If people in this room would like us to reconsider that, there are ways we can do that.
How many black people were involved in the running of the Black History Month?
There were a number of students, black and ethnic minorities, that were involved in those conversations.
You know when we did come to you and people are going, oh, what's ACS doing? And we're looking silly. We did attend 2 meetings. We went as a society. We told, even when you guys talked about making the whole month ethnic minorities, we told you that's not a good idea. You lot still did it.
We're told constantly, again and again, oh, we can come to the union, we can discuss things with the union. But when does the union ever come to us?
What is the definition of black to you?
So actually, this question isn't for me to answer.
Was a mistake like this inevitable, given the lack of diversity within Kent Union?
We're not as diverse as we want to be, and we recognise that. Like, we know that the NE voices, so black and ethnic minorities, are not being represented at all, and we want to change that.
The campaign that I want to put forward to you is before the end of term to have 1 week that is going to be a refreshers Black History Month. There are people here who are passionate and who are available that will want to do the work that unfortunately you can't do, and hopefully we'll build a relationship that you'll be able to answer that question of what black means.
Does the union understand the embarrassment that's caused the university?
I think we actually do, and we've known that this week we've had discussions and people are very clearly telling us that we made a mistake this week.
If it didn't blow up on social media the way it did, would we be sitting in this room right now? Now you said that you are accountable for that post, so therefore you are accountable to us. You know, we need to feel as if you do care. So if that means you need to do some research, I think you really should.
This is a really personal thing for me because my last name is Watson, and I got that from my great-great-grandparents' slave master. My family still live on the plot of land that we were given after slavery.
Is that Black History Month is there because our history has been lost.
Try harder, do more.
Your statement basically said to us, you haven't done enough.
We've outlined those issues, and we are going to take a full audit into all of those issues that you have. So hopefully from now on and for this year onwards, we can build that community and that relationship, and then next year we can continue that with the new committee as well.
So Bella, you were there at the forum. What were your thoughts on what you saw?
I would say that students were very passionate about the subject.
Excellent. Well, good news for Kent University this week, as we were recently ranked 5th out of 120 UK universities in a mock teaching excellence framework exercise modelled by Times Higher Education.
There has also been some good news with CSR, which has seen its license extended and will still be broadcasting across Canterbury campus on 97.4 FM until 2022.
That's good to know. If you'd like any more information on what's going on campus, you can pick up a copy of Inquire or tune into CSR anytime. As for Medway news, we have a video discussion for you from Emma Gillett, Srijana Ray and Selsabin Belowed about staying safe on campus.
Hello, my name is Srijana Rai. Hi, my name is Salsa. Today we are at Medway to discuss on how we should raise awareness on safety while in university. It's important to be more friends with our flatmates concerning our security.
Because I do know that, walking back to campus can sometimes be a bit... I mean, when you're on your own, I can imagine it'd be a bit...
Especially at night.
Yeah, at night it would be a bit creepy. So it's probably a good idea to have that and to sort that out.
So in first time, just, be friends with them actually, and then add them to your contact list, to your emergency contact list, and don't hesitate to contact them, because some people can be shy and stuff like that, and be like, I'll just sort it out on my own, I'll just walk faster,
I always make sure that all my friends definitely do when they're walking back anyway, even in the daytime. I remember one time I was walking home from campus and it was 4 p.m, so it wasn't late and it wasn't dark. And this, I remember I was walking, it was a bit of a travel area in Medway for the Canterbury campus. And there is a bit, you get some dodgy characters. And I remember I was walking back to Liberty and there was this guy, and I smiled at him because I smile at people when I walk past. And he took that as a weird invitation. And he followed me all the way home. And he kept trying to, I was blanking me, but he kept having conversation with me. It was just weird. It was just creepy. The security could be more. Escort me home. Because I didn't know that in Canterbury they do call and escort you. That'd be cool. I'd like that.
Yeah, they should be more open to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, these kind of things.
Yeah, especially considering that there was a stabbing recently. So
yeah, nearby Liberty. I don't think it wasn't a student, was it? It was just a
no.
Yeah, it was just like a person. And then I know Daniel, who was smoking outside Liberty, and then heard like a woman screaming, and it's just not. Yeah, it's not. It could be a bit dodgy sometimes.
We have to help ourselves with the Safe Zone app, reaching out to the security guards whenever we see them, and of course call our friends, our flatmates.
Yeah, I can't emphasise that enough. That's so important, literally, because you're with them like, well, you sleep in. They know when you come in at night. They know what time you're getting in.
Them.
Yeah, you can hear them in the corridor. You can hear people like the walls are quite thick, but the doors aren't as thick, and you can hear people in the corridor walking by. So if you don't hear someone come in when they said that they were going to come in, I do think that raises alarm bells, and maybe you should contact security or just contact them, and if they don't answer, then contact security.
So on that note, we're gonna end this discussion and hope that students will do whatever it takes to feel more safe and have a good student experience.
And that's why you should always be careful when going out. And of course, download the Safe Zone app.
And remember, if you live on the Canterbury campus, you can contact Campus Watch 24/7, and if required, they will escort you to where you need to be safe and sound. Thank you for watching KTV News. I'm Jack Richardson.
And I'm Salsa Bill.